Hey, welcome back to Starship Travel Channel. I'm Jason, and today's another episode of Time Traveling with Jason. Today we're going to go back to October 30th, 2024, and we were hanging out in Pensacola Beach, and then we ended up traveling to Yankeetown, Florida. Hope you enjoy the show. Have a great day.
Oh, it's warm!
So this is Pensacola Pet Beach area, and apparently this is the whitest sand that you can find. It really is beautiful. Apparently everybody around Florida sometimes travels all the way north to Pensacola just for this beach experience. This is Gadget's first time seeing the salt water, and that is the Gulf of Mexico that we're looking at right now. And she is definitely looking around and seeing the other pets, because this is a beach where pet owners can bring their family members and their furry family members, and she doesn't know what to do. Look at Gadget. You happy, baby? Yeah? Where are you going? So it's experiences like this and places that you actually go and visit to go see and have these experiences that make everything that we've done, everything that we've accomplished, flipping our house, turning it into a rental, moving into an RV, letting go of all of our extra stuff. It's for these kind of experiences. I don't regret anything. Yeah, it was kind of hard, but it's totally worth it. I mean, you can't take all that stuff with you anyways. You know, when it's the end time, it's memories like this that you hold on to. So it's been a little while since our last update, and a lot of things have happened, especially with the two different hurricanes that came through, and Milton just came through as well. And it's pretty much changed all of our travel plans. You know, we were lucky when we were up in Tennessee and that first hurricane hit. We completely were surrounded by truck drivers. Rains came, and it was cool. There was no damage. We weren't in any of the danger areas. But then, you know, we couldn't go down south the way that we wanted to through Atlanta because it was flooded out because of the hurricane. The only option we could do was southwest, and that led us to New Orleans, and that was a beautiful experience. We spent 3 days there, and it's not enough time really to experience New Orleans. We want to go back. That resort that we were at, we want to go to the exact same place. It was safe, protected. But when we were there, we actually checked out the French Quarters, and that place was legendary. And we did all the vampire tour areas. It was a lot of fun. And then when we were crossing from there, going through the Mississippi, we had a stretch of bad luck. We blew out a tire, and then the jack that I had purchased failed. We called AAA because, my mom made sure that we had AAA for this trip as a surprise. And then we found out that AAA only covered the truck, not the RV, so we had to have RV coverage. So that was kind of a do. 5 miles from there was a RV semi place that does, the tire changes and stuff. So then again, we got lucky. The rim was completely decimated. They had a spare rim that they gave us, so we got brand new rubber. We got back on the road. Hey honey, I'm just giving an update.
Yeah.
And then the resort that we thought we were getting, that was first in Pensacola, turned out to be a shit show. We had been lied to. We actually had children, unsupervised feral children, jumping onto our RV as we were driving down the road, riding on the back. When we got to the site, there was some shady type individuals looking at my tires. So we made a decision to ended up going to another Cracker Barrel and boondocking, and then we found this awesome resort in Pensacola, which of course we'll be doing a full review on them too. But it's beautiful, no pool, but it's got the nice middle class people that aren't really interested in thievery and stupid shit like that other place seemed to be. So we got through some thick shit, but now we're made it to the beach with the most white sand in all of America, and I am super thankful to be here. The last couple of days we've been at this other resort, and we've been, mostly me, but I've been reconsidering the tools that I had taken with me. We ended up donating our 6-foot ladder because I was sick of taking it in and out the truck. Hi. That was getting old. So, I guess when you're moving from a house into an RV, you want to cover your ass with everything that you need. And then as the miles progress, then you're realizing what stuff you actually need and what stuff you didn't need. And when it comes down to it, it's just things. I mean, yeah, it would have been awesome to have extra time listed on Facebook to sell and go through all that work and trouble, but I just donated it to the maintenance crew at the resort. I just walked right in and was like, hey, I'm Jason, I'm at this site, and I got a 6-foot ladder, just want to donate it to maintenance. I just don't need it. I mean, ideally, what I want to get is a collapsible ladder that takes up only a foot or two, not the whole stretch of a truck bed. I'm not going to put another ladder on top of the roof of the truck because that's where the solar panels are. And yeah, so you learn as you go, and you let go of more stuff as you go. And I think a lot of people have that misconception of that saying that goes around that you'll own nothing and be happy about it. It's a crock of shit. You'll own what you own and then you die. That's the truth of it. And if you worry about all the stuff and hoarding it all into your truck and in your camper, like you're trying to fit a full garage worth of shit, you're just gonna have more and more headache. You gotta let it go. You gotta let things go, and that's okay because it makes room for more experiences. Now we can get the Basset buggy in and out freely, and it's not a headache, which that's what we have right now on the beach. And it turns out it's not so easy to maneuver on the beach, but if Gadget's butt isn't in it, then you can move it around on the beach freely. Today we are just doing some beach traveling, and we have to get on the phone with the banks because pretty much all the banks in Ohio have messed up. Key Bank messed up with my business account and closed it without my permission. So that's something that's I'm working out. I had to delegate the other bank accounts to our property manager because Key Bank messed up. So I have some place to accept my rent money. And then Bay Area, I was trying to access and move some money around from the HELOC into the checking account and found out that I have no ability to do that from the app or from the desktop version. So I don't know if they just messed something up there, but doing this kind of stuff remotely is taxing because you can't just drive back to Ohio and knock on the door and sit in the waiting room and kind of force your way to getting served, You're doing it all on the phone, and I would have liked to take care of business yesterday, but apparently Columbus Day is a party day for bankers because they all must have had it off because no one was answering the phone. And yeah. How you doing, Gadget? You having fun, baby? Yeah, this is the first time you've ever seen the Gulf Coast. Love you. Alright, well, I'm gonna go get in the water and have some fun. I will try to update this more frequently. I feel like I kind of jam-packed a bunch of different information all at once, but just been busy, man. So, have a good one. Alright, that was quick. Now we're back. So here's the continuation of our update. We are currently in Yankeetown. It's pretty sweet. It is 1:11 in the afternoon right now. At 2 p.m. we have a interview with a lady that owns a manatee touring company. Now, several months ago, I was reaching out to manatee tour guide companies while we were in Ohio, still working on our house, painting it, getting it ready for a tenant, putting the floors in. I was also trying to find work for this day. And so our interview's at 2 p.m. I am feeling pretty good about it. The number one thing that I'm going to take away from any experience that we have today is the fact that we are getting to meet somebody that owns and operates a manatee touring business. So I get to meet somebody, and it's kind of like I feel like we're about to meet a celebrity. Mm-hmm. Like that's the good vibe feeling we're feeling right now. How are you feeling, Shannon?
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good?
Yep.
Feeling nervous at all?
Nope. I'm excited. I feel optimistic. Everything's gonna be great.
Definitely cool. And you never know, making new acquaintances and friends, sometimes doors will just open, and hopefully she might want to hire us. Even though we've only been on one manatee tour, guided tour in our life, I feel like this is going to be a win for us. And even if we take away just information, I am happy and grateful for anything that we can learn from her. And that's pretty much the update. Yep. And I brought this camera today to make sure that I documented some of this information and possibly any news that we might get after this meeting. Yeah. Oh yeah, and we might have to get captain license. That's something that a local had mentioned. I don't know how accurate that is, but we looked online. It's like $650. You take the
We can do
course
it.
online, and then you take you take a huge test, and then you can get your license.
Yeah.
And they have different packages, different grades of captainship, and
I
yeah,
think we can do it.
definitely. So right now we are sitting at DD's, Shannon's new DD location.
Yeah. With a Baskin Robbins.
Oh yeah, you gotta see the sign. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's one of those dualities there. So Shannon's favorite two places combined in one.
Yeah. It was funny because in 2023, when we did the manatee tour guide, we actually left and went to a Dunkin' Donuts / Baskin Robbins, and I was so excited because it was in Crystal River. So when I knew that we were coming to Crystal River to live for a while, like, I was just ecstatic because I knew I was going to have both of these places at my fingertips.
That's awesome.
So anyways, yeah. Been a fan since I was a little girl.
All right. Well, what else? I don't know. We'll just we'll see you in a little bit. Hopefully, we got something to provide for you guys. Hey everybody. So we had our interview, and we think it went pretty well. I don't know what that was. What was that, Gadget? Like an orange or something fell over.
Yeah, it really went well. The lady was really nice, and it was a very relaxing interview. And so yeah, tomorrow is going to be the big day. We are each going to be on a boat and getting to experience what we should be starting to do in the next week. Orientation.
Right. So, here's the gist of it. Tomorrow is going to be Halloween 2024, and we are dressing up as manatee tour guides, but we're going to be silent guides and just follow the other tour guides and observe and learn from them and get our butts in the water. And unfortunately, this first rodeo, since it's kind of a test the waters to see what we have, they are putting Shannon on one boat and putting me on a completely different boat and separating us. Mm-hmm. Now, that is not the intentions of the company, nor is it the future endeavors of having separate job positions. However, they want to do that so they can have one-on-one time and just kind of get to know us a little bit and see how we do individually. She said that they're going to be getting super busy within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. So after we do this little trial run, and then determine for reals if this is something that we want to do, which we feel like we do, then they're going to go ahead and move ahead with us. Now, we do have to get our own wetsuits. They said that they can help get it and then kind of take 50 to $100 out of our paychecks, each paycheck, to kind of pay them back. And she mentioned most of the tour guides get a grade 5, but I was looking at grade, was it 9? Whatever the extra thick suits are, just so... Well, when we go up north into Michigan and we go diving in Traverse City, maybe next year or the year after, I want to make sure that we have wetsuits that are good thermal insulators for the really, really cold. But let's see here. What has she said? She said that this job can be exhausting because if you do 2 or 3 tours and then in between runs, and they're 3 hours apiece, you're looking at 11, 12-hour shifts. And then she asked how many days a week you want to work, and me personally, I only want to work 4, maybe only 3 days, 3 to 4 days. Shannon wants to work a little bit more than that, but that would be a very longevity of the stress on the body to be putting in 11 to 12 hours on a physically, you're in the water, in the cold water for hours and hours every day. I don't know about 5 days a week, but she's also said that she needs help inside the store as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what else was it?
Which I'm not worried about because, you know, I've worked at retail stores before. I've worked at McDonald's and Marco's where I was required to, you know, work the register and provide service to the customers that way. So it's going to be fun being able to sell manatee merchandise. Hopefully we'll get a discount because I saw a lot of things I wanted in that store. A lot of cute shirts and jewelry.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what this warning is on the screen, if that means that we're running out of space or something. Yeah, anyways, the other thing that we need to get is a GoPro camera, waterproofing. So they don't provide that. However, they do offer us 10% on every package deal that we sell. So they make a lot on their upsells. So we're going to really focus in on the photography aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
People with the manatees, not just pictures of manatees. And the more likelihood that we get good shots of these clients.
Yeah, we want them to buy the picture package.
Yeah, because it's 10%. And I think that's awesome.
So we have to sell those.
Yeah, profits are way better than wages. Remember that, everyone. And what else was it? It is during the training sessions for manatee tour guides. It's $32 per tour, and then you make tips. And as soon as you get certified, then it's $40 a tour, starting out after you're certified, and of course tips again. So it looks like the biggest upsell is going to be the photography packages and tips, which is going to be kind of new for me. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit closer to what the Google Chrome web search said that manatee tours make, but I'm not super pressed on this because it's about the experience, really. Financially, it is sustainable with 2 adults in Florida. Like, we're not going to be hurting. It's a lot of extra, really. It's just...
I think it's just a different way of how to get money because we're so used to a certain amount, and the fact that we're going to be basing our pay a lot on tips, and also are the people going to buy packages because maybe there's going to be 6 people that are on this boat tour and only 2 people will, you know, buy a picture package and everyone else gives us tips. So I don't know, you just gotta, but you know what, abundance is our birthright. Good things are gonna happen. We moved mountains to get here. Everything went in our favor to finally get here. We got the interview. We've met Robin, and everything's gonna work out. The money's gonna flow. We're gonna trust that everything's gonna be okay with that.
Oh, it will. And again, it's about the experience, but just for comparative math, you know, I would say 3 hours of owning and operating my own lawn care service is equivalent to 8 to 11 hours of being a manatee tour guide. So it's about maybe a third of my normal expectations, because usually when I'm doing any type of labor, I'm maximizing that at a profit standpoint, being a business owner, and that's like bare minimum of like $50 an hour, just to put it in contents of relatability. And So yeah, it's definitely a little bit different, but the experience, that's what it's about. And yeah, everything has worked out.
Because honestly, have you ever met anyone that could say, hey, I was a manatee tour guide? We did meet two people next to us in New Orleans. That was totally random. We were at this RV site, and my husband started collaborating with them about stuff and
You
what
just
we were
answered
doing.
your own question.
But
Yes,
it was
it is.
funny because,
It's rare,
like,
but
we hadn't
it does
ever
happen.
encountered that, and I was checking out YouTube and TikTok and watching people that put out content that are manatee tour guides. So the fact that we randomly ran into these people just kind of gave us more hope.
Mm-hmm. And just to share things about our life, because really that's what this channel is about. Traveling, having experiences and fun. It's not about how do you become a tour guide person. We're going to go through the thick of it, and we'll give you some highlights as we progress. However, it's mostly about just us and the travel channel of what we're doing. Just putting it back into contents here, but you happy about today?
Yes.
I am freaking excited. I will say one personal note. Florida right now is going through the same cycles as Ohio went through in regards to cannabis medicine. And for the future of this conversation, I'm just going to call it medicine. And they are still dealing with, the pressures of government and all the extra bullshit steps that they force on the people for taxation purposes. So yes, this type of job does require drug screening, and unfortunately, cannabis is on that list. Not that I'm worried about it. It's just something worth knowing and note about. What else can we say?
Oh, you need to be CPR certified. I'm certified anyways because of my past background. Apparently, she said that a lot, well, not a lot, she says it's quite often an experience. Every so often each year there are people that jump in the cold water, they're not fit, and they experience heart attacks or symptoms that cause them to need medical attention because they're just not used to the coldness and the swimming part of participating in this activity. So she said that it's kind of important that we have that knowledge and have that ability to provide medical assistance and know the proper protocols to make sure that our guests, if anybody should have an injury or a medical issue, be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And she mentioned that in the 7 years that she was doing the tour, it was about 15 times total. So you can average that out to twice a year. It happens, and they're year round, but the main season is November through April. But they are open year round. I just imagine it's just more difficult to find so many manatees because this is where they're going to come naturally. So
Yeah, it's the capital of the manatees. Like this is like the largest population. They just all swarm into this area. Has a lot of healthy seagrass that they consume, and so yeah.
yeah, so awesome. I'm glad that I feel like we pretty much landed the job.
We did.
We just have to literally test the waters
Now we just have to start
sink or swim, Shannon.
applying our knowledge and gathering information and becoming what they want us to be so that we can start
Regurgitate facts
start
and
our
information
job
about
and
manatees. So yeah, we definitely need a YouTube about, all the manatee stuff, and that way we have some dialogue to give to the customers that are going to go swimming with us.
So, yep, it sounds like probably in 2 weeks we should be able to be certified and start our own tour guides.
Yep, tour guides in their name. Fun to dive.
Fun to dive!
Fun to dive!
Woohoo!
All right, see you later. Bye.